everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. You can't change other people, and it's rude to try. The answer is always no until you ask. There are two ways to do things, right and again. Stop expecting others to give you more respect than you give yourself. I don't know the secret to success, but the secret to failure is trying to please everyone. Hope is not a strategy. Never trust anybody blindly. Trust is earned, not given. You're never too old to cut people out of your life. It takes a long time to realize how truly miserable you are, and even longer to realize it doesn't have to be that way. A wise person can learn more from their enemies than a fool can from their friends. Life gives you plenty of chances to mess up, but that means you also have just as many chances to get it right. The way people treat you reflects more on them than on you. The ones who say you can't and you won't are usually the ones scared that you will. Don't make yourself available too much to anyone, you'll lose your importance. Just because the boat rocks doesn't mean it's time to jump overboard. You'll have tough times, but they always wake you up to the good stuff you weren't paying attention to. The more you know who you are and what you want, the less you let things upset you. When you try to please everyone, you end up pleasing no one. If you put your mind to something, you can accomplish anything. Stop trying to be happy. You can't be happy all the time, and that's okay. Once a problem is solved, its simplicity is amazing. If you're trying to break a habit, don't say this is the last time you're doing it. Instead, say this is the first time I'm not doing it. You don't like everyone, so don't worry about everyone liking you. Your past doesn't have to equal your future. Sometimes, you can make all the right choices, but still watch them crumble around you. All you can do is pick up the pieces and keep moving forward. Never be so kind that you forget to be clever, and never be so clever that you forget to be kind. Nothing in life is worth the price of worry. You stop explaining yourself when you realize people only understand from their level of perception. Someday isn't even a real day, though for some, it's every day. Don't hold on to your mistakes just because you spent so much time making them. Never take for granted the time you spend with the people you love. It could be over any day. Live in reality, not in how you wish it was. If you expect the world to be fair to you because you're fair, it's like expecting the lion not to eat you because you didn't eat him. Don't focus on perfection or control. You're not in control of anything, and perfection doesn't exist. No matter how good you are, someone will always think you're bad in their story. Waiting for change while doing nothing to create it is like waiting for a train at a bus stop. Don't doubt yourself, that's what haters are for. Life requires problems. If you get everything you want the minute you want it, what's the point? Don't take criticism from people you wouldn't take advice from. Reflection and knowledge are power. Without them, you're powerless. At some point, you'll realize that no one else has a say in your life unless you let them. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. Say no more than you wish to have said and do no less than what you wish to have done. Mistakes don't define your character, your reaction to them does. Discipline your mind to see the good in every situation and always look at the best side of every event. Stop expecting others to always agree with you. Ability can take you to the top, but it takes character to keep you there. The last of the human freedoms is to choose your attitude in any given set of circumstances. Be prepared to change your ideas about who you want to be. This is an important feedback loop as you gain life experience. Chasing a person doesn't give you value. You earn your value by chasing morality and practicing dignity. Don't do anything you'd feel the need to lie about later. If you're driven by fear, anger, or pride, nature will force you to compete. But if you are guided by courage, awareness, tranquility, and peace, nature will serve you. You'll make a lot of people mad doing what's right for you. Any thought you have about the future is a delusion. Whatever is causing you worry or pain right now won't cause you the same stress forever. Things change with time, and it will pass. If you need more than one hand to count your best friends, you're probably not being the best friend you could be. The single most powerful element of youth is that you don't yet know what can't be done. At some point, you just have to forgive the past, because your happiness hinges on it. There's a lot worth caring about, but the past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. The past is a place of learning, not a place to live. We're all born with two things: borrowed time and the ability to make choices. If you want to know how you're spending your time, observe how others waste theirs and avoid repeating their mistakes. Don't correct people if you can let it slide. You can be either a negative or a positive person in life, but only one will get you somewhere. Life doesn't care about your vision. You just have to roll with it. Nothing happens to anyone that they are not fit by nature to bear. You'll never remember the days and nights you stayed home doing nothing. It's never too late to turn your life around. A single day can be a pivotal moment in your life. Blessings will be repeated until they are learned. You'll never become who you want to be until you're happy with who you are now. When you get a different vantage point, it changes your perspective, helping you see things you may have missed before. If you're right but obnoxious about it, people won't see you as the good guy. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's a quiet voice at the end of the day, saying, "I'll try again tomorrow." Let go of yesterday, because it's already let go of you. Don't spend your life dreaming about what could have been. Instead, invest your energy in what is right in front of you. People often confuse stress with responsibility. In this life, you don't have to prove anything to anyone but yourself. Accept things as they are. Life isn't about living in the past or the future, but about living in the now. It's not a lack of time, it's a lack of priority. Enjoy every bit of your life to the fullest. Your compromises and sacrifices will be rewarded. No one ever got tired of loving, but they get tired of waiting, hearing lies, assuming, apologizing, and hurting. Never keep people in your life if they don't love and respect you as much as you do them. The reason you want to be better than someone else is the reason why you aren't. It's not whether or not you get knocked down, but what you do when you get back up. A man must be big enough to admit his mistakes, smart enough to profit from them, and strong enough to correct them. Be the person you needed when you were younger. Strive to make small changes and learn something new every day, because there are always experiences to tap into for the future. Someone's opinion of you doesn't have to become your reality. Not everyone who speaks kindly to you is your friend. People are not good or bad, they are just people. Don't expect life to follow a script, experience it as it comes. Don't carry expectations on how things should be. Wanting something is not enough, you must hunger for it, with motivation that's compelling enough to overcome the inevitable obstacles. Our lives are defined by opportunities, even the ones we miss. Everyone will hit a crossroads when they need to let go of the past and move forward. The only sad thing is clinging to the past once it's out of reach. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. Positive thoughts can sustain you through anything. You don't truly know another person unless you can take up residence in their mind. It's not our abilities that define us, but our choices. You teach people how to treat you, whether you realize it or not. Never attribute malice where stupidity could explain things. Know when it's time to turn the page. Forgiving doesn't make the person who hurt you feel better, it makes you feel better. If someone is trying to bring you down, it only means you're above them. Socializing is like any skill, you need to practice before you're good at it. Life is brutal and will break your heart, but you have to be brave and do the best you can. Never deny yourself an experience just because it's uncomfortable. It may turn out to be one of the most defining parts of your life. Don't live in the past, not for happiness, not for justification, not for excuses. The world is what it is, and you are what you are. Sometimes, the right path isn't the easiest one.